introduce the blue corner. At 6'6", he weighed in at 205.2 pounds, a former Bellator light heavyweight world champion. He stands with 13 professional victories, 3 defeats. Originally from England, he now fights out of Huntington Beach by way of Honolulu, Hawaii, presenting McGeary.
In 2015, you fought Emmanuel Newton and you won that fight, and most importantly, you won the Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship. What was the experience like?
Sorry, what was that?
So in 2015, you fought Emmanuel Newton and you won the Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship. What was the experience like?
What was the experience?
Yeah.
It was strange, you know. I mean, I know I just won the world title, but it was like everything that I'd been through in my life was set, and I set out to win that world title. And when I did it, it was like everything that I'd been through had come to that one point, and I just relished and I just enjoyed the moment in a personal way. You know, it was a good personal achievement. Like,
yeah,
I never thought I was ever going to become the world champion. I said I was going to do it, and I went and set out and I did it. So
yeah. So leading up to the Newton fight, was there more added pressure because you were fighting for the title?
Not really. I mean, there's no more pressure. Like, it was just a more important fight. Because I'd had all them high profile ones with the tournament. I'd kind of got myself used to being in those main event fights. The winner of the tournament was a big fight. So no, I think I'd already got used to the whole pressure thing. I think more pressure was on him to try and defend it, as we was the English invasion.
So after your last fight against Phil Davis, you suffered a broken jaw. Is that your worst injury in your career?
So what?
So in your last fight, you suffered a broken jaw. Was that against Phil Davis? Is that your worst injury in your career?
Oh yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. They've sort of been my knee, my hand. This is definitely the worst one, the longest one, the most testing one. Like, when you can't eat for 6 months and you're watching everybody eating steak and you're the one who's cooking it, it's kind of it tests you, tests your patience.
What was the to get it back together? What did you have to do? Like, was there like surgery, operations, and?
So he did the surgery. Like, it happened on the Saturday night. I went and had surgery on the Monday, I believe it was, or Tuesday. We did the surgery. 6-7 weeks into the surgery, then he decides to tell me that it didn't work. We need to do another surgery. So a couple of weeks later, I'm under the knife again, having another surgery. This time, a lot more intensive. This surgery was, and then it was another 8 weeks of being wired up, and then yeah, it was just long. It was just never ending. Like, every time I see the doctor, he'd always give me some bad news.
So you won the Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship in 2015, and this was before Michael Bisping won his belt in the UFC. Seeing his reputation and the British MMA fans, do you feel like you should have got more credit?
So I can't hear these questions. These bloody headphones are terrible. What was that? Who got more credit?
So in 2015, you won the Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship, and Michael Bisping went on to win his championship in UFC, and he got a lot of credit from the British MMA fans. Do you feel like you should have got more because you got more credit?
He's a UFC fighter. You know, they all seem that UFC. They kind of forget about Bellator, but in actual fact, Bellator is a better organisation. But again, mate, I never needed people to stroke my ego and make me feel better. I always knew that. Well, I'm the one who's doing it. I'm the one that left my family. I mean, like, to get all the fans and have the fans backing me up is amazing. But I didn't set out for this so the fans could pat me on the back. I did this so I could achieve something. It was my personal thing.
Has there ever been a point in your MMA career that you thought, oh, this is it, I should hang them up?
I've had enough. Hang them up? No.
Yeah, nah.
Nah. I like fighting too much. It's not something that I wanna stop doing.
How many you reckon you got left in you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I got about a good 3 or 4 years left, I reckon.
Yeah? What do you reckon you can achieve in them 3 to 4 years? Another title run?
Another belt, a couple of tournaments.
In Bellator?
There's these in Bellator.
Yeah.
Yeah. PFL are doing these $1 million tournaments now. So it's time to get paid, mate.
Yeah. Is that what you want, PFL?
I want money. So whatever organisation is going to pay me the money, I'll go to them.
So who would you actually like in your next fight?
I don't really know. I haven't even thought about it. I've just concentrated on getting healthy.
Yeah.
You know, in the next couple of months, I should be able to go. We should be able to go see the doctor, and see what they're saying about the jaw and get clearance.
So you're not actually medically cleared yet?
Oh no. I mean, I've been stuck in Hawaii. Like we've been on isolation lockdown, so no one's been able to leave the island. So, but I should be able to get out and see him this week. Hopefully, they've started lifting all the flights and stuff. So I could get over there, see him, and then hopefully I've got a clearer view of where I'm at and how things are healing up.
So at the moment, Ryan Bader holds the 205 heavyweight championship and the heavyweight championship. Is there a desire to take one of the championship off him?
We'll take both of them off him. I know my teammates he got diddled out of the last heavyweight title shot, and then now we can take the light heavyweight title off him as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I get healed up very pretty quick.
Which would you like to take both?
But he's doing well.
So you would like to take both of him?
We'd take both of them, yeah.
Yeah. What is it like to get down to 205? Is it a hard cut?
Oh no. I think I went up to 230 in the last fight camp, and then with the jaw being wide, I dropped down to 192. Was the lowest I got to.
192 pounds.
192, yeah. That's with the liquid diet. Yeah. As for weight cutting for the fights, the weight kind of just drops off me. You know, I do it properly. I've got coaches around that know what they're doing, so yeah, it's pretty easy for me to cut weight, but I don't cut that much weight, probably 10-15 pounds, so it's not really a great deal to cut. So
you were saying that you were 192 pounds then. Was there, like, does that make you think maybe you can make 185, or did you, after 192, did you blow straight back up?
Well, I thought about it, right? But then I thought about, like, I haven't actually had any solid food in that space of time for me to lose all that weight. So for me to cut that much weight, like, I was skinny. I don't want to be that skinny. I was weak. I'd rather have a belly full of food.
Yeah.
So it's not my I'd not really fancy cutting all that weight.
No, you don't fancy going 185 pounds.
No. So I stay at 205. Yeah. If not, I'll just go up to heavyweight. So and eat all the burgers I want then.
So you won the belt in 2015, and then your next fight, when you defended the belt against Tito Ortiz. What was it like to defend the belt against a Hall of Famer?
against a legend.
Yeah, a legend.
It was massive, you know. Like Tito Ortiz was it was hard not to get starstruck every time when I saw him, you know. But then I knew I was going to fight him. So, but I've been saying I'm going to beat Tito Ortiz since I sat on my sofa back in 2000 and whenever it was I saw him fighting. So it was just a nice. It was just a surreal moment. Like, fuck, I'm actually fighting Tito Ortiz, like I said I was going to. So it's just mad. It's just strange how things turn out, you know.
How did you feel when you got your hand raised at that when you beat him?
That one was. I was happier winning that one than I was when I won the title. I think all all of the training and everything took away from winning the title. Actually, I could enjoy it when I beat Tito.
Was that the pinnacle of your career? Was that the highest moment you've achieved?
Well, I mean, it was where I got to, because then I started getting injured and it started going downhill from there.
Yeah. So
that was the high point, and this is the low point. So now it's time to go straight back up again, and get another high point.
So we talked about this earlier. So you're 37 now, and you're quite late into your career. So you won't be doing this for how much longer? So how much longer do you reckon you'll carry on fighting for?
Well, I said I did say that I didn't really want to be fighting one past 40, right? But this injury just kind of put and the virus has kind of put a fucking slow burner on things, right?
Yeah. So
this year has pretty much been wiped out. So I've got to add on another year. So let's say 41, I'll be fighting till. So I reckon I've got, like I said, I have 3 or 4 years left, and then yeah.
So when's the
earliest? Because I did start long. I did start late in the game, so it's only just my age, just being the fact that I was too busy doing something else before I started this.
So when do you reckon you'll be able to fight again? Your next fight?
Right. So last time I spoke to my doctor, I asked if it would be all right if I fought before my 38th birthday, which is October, and he agreed. So I'm hoping October, but we have to see what the doctor says. It was only a few months ago.
So would there be any particular opponent for your 38th birthday?
Oh, mate, like I say, I don't even know if I'm fighting yet. So we'll worry about getting healthy first, then we worry about getting a fight, then we worry about getting an opponent. Like, I did all that whole Russian stuff. Like, I'm not rushing anything now. Like, this is my jaw. I'm coming, but when I come back, I'm gonna start destroying people again. So I want to make sure it's better.
So you're 13-4 in MMA. Which of them 4 losses was the toughest to take?
Fucking Phil Davies, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking beat me twice, prick.
Was the second one hardest because it wasn't really in your hands? It was your jaw.
The second one, I didn't do what I had my jaw broke. I didn't do what I'd done in training. Like, there was a whole lot more I could have done to that, and that's what annoys me and frustrates me, because I was better than what I was when the performance I put on. I respected his takedowns too much. I was, because the first fight, he just took me down at will and fucking lay on me. You know, I didn't want that to happen, so I was too worried about it when I was already prepared for it. So, but my training went to a whole nother level. So I know what I'm capable of doing. Now I just need to get in the cage and do it.
Yeah, have you enjoyed your time in Bellator? Has there ever been a point you wanted to explore free agency and maybe go to a different company?
Nah, not really, mate.
No.
The Bellator have been good for me. Like, I have no reasons to get pissed off or anything.
So that leads me on to the next question. In the UFC, Dana White's getting a lot of criticism, how the way he's treating his fighters and how he's getting paid. How's Scott Coker been with you?
Not like Dana White.
Not like Dana White. Is he treated you good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, they've totally took care of me with this jaw, the injury, the surgeries, like everything. They've looked after me. Yeah.
Have they fully covered it all?
They've been generally concerned about my health and well-being, and they're prepared to let me get better before I get back in the cage. Which you can't ask any more than that. Obviously, I want to fight. Like, it's not a case of like I don't want to fight and I'm putting this off, but I want to get in there. I just can't at the moment.
Yeah, have they fully covered your surgery to heal up?
Yeah, everything, mate. They covered fucking a lot. Like, I was amazed and like happy. I saw some of the numbers on these bills.
Oh God. So you live in Hawaii. What's it like to live in Hawaii compared to like England?
Hot.
What's the difference? What's the culture like in the environment? Different to
What's
England?
the culture and the environment, right?
Yeah.
I can walk around in a pair of flip-flops and fucking shorts, right, and no one even bats an eyelid.
Really?
You walk around like that in England, and they'll be staring at you. What the fuck are you looking at? What are you wearing that for?
Yeah.
You know. So no, it's just it's a whole different life. It's a beach feel. You know when you go to the beach, right? It's everyone's buzzing. It's a nice environment. The sun's shining. The water's glistening. It's just a nice feeling. You know, that's exactly how it is over here. It's just nice. Like you open up the door, the sun hits you in the face. It's nice. I mean, it's raining at the moment, right? But even then, when I open up the door, it's nice. It's still warm. I'm still in a pair of shorts. Like the beach, I can walk to Waikiki. It's nicer now that there's no tourists here. Like
really,
you don't realise how many people actually come into this island and how busy it is. And now it's nobody here. Like it's nice to go on the beach at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning and you be the only one on there.
What's the like the food like? Is there different types of food compared to what you used to in England?
Food, to be honest, I like the home cooked food. Like there's a few Mexican restaurants and a few other bits and pieces, but I like the home cooked food. I like the Calbee beef plate for lunch. I go for that.
Yeah. So when you're going down to cut down to 205, what kind of diet do you take?
So I mean, I'll pretty much eat the same food all the way through the whole thing: steak, chicken, vegetables, right?
Yeah.
And then if I want some pudding, I'll have pudding. If I want a burger, I'll have a burger. If I want a pizza, I'll have a pizza. But I work hard to burn it off.
Yeah.
So my diet is generally quite healthy. Like it's generally steaks and chicken all the way through the fight camps. But when it comes to cutting the weight, say I'd be eating 2 steaks throughout the fight camp, I just cut it down to 1 or half a steak. I lower the portions of food to help me get my weight down, but I'm still eating the protein.
Yeah.
I just cut the carbs.
So what's it like training over in Hawaii?
Training over in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Hot. I mean, I go to my brother-in-law's gym over on Maui, and we're rolling, training, and he's got like this roller shutter door, right? Like a garage door, so he opens up a little bit. And when you're rolling, you look out the door, and there's palm trees and the sun's setting. Like, what? How do you think it feels? It's just a nice environment.
It
like,
sounds quite nice.
I'm rolling in Hawaii. It's just lucky, I guess. You know what I mean? You feel lucky that you're able to live here. You feel lucky that you're able to enjoy these views while you're training. So, yeah.
So does the weather?
Just enjoy. You just have to enjoy what you've got.
So does the weather in Hawaii and how hot it is help with the weight cut, because that's going to make you sweat even more? And would that help?
I do my fight camps in California.
Oh, you do your fight camps in California?
Yeah. So here I just maintain and train, but over in California is where the real work gets done. From Huntington Beach Ultimate Training Center, I train at. What's
it like training at the Ultimate Training Center?
Good. My coaches are next level. The training partners I get are next level. It's where I need to be to do what I need to do.
So recently, it's gone a little bit off topic, but recently Colby Covington left ATT, American Top Team. What advice would you give to him from leaving the camp? Because he's left because there was a little bit.
What advice would I leave to Colby Covington?
Yeah.
Stop talking so much shit. But I don't know. Colby Covington had to leave he left because of the training partners that he was supposed to be fighting. There was a whole load of verbal stuff going on between the training partners. Colby Covington did himself no favors, by all accounts, from what I read. I don't know the dude. I don't know what he's like. Fucking, he sells fights. He talked his way into it. He might not even be the same person that he is on video. Who knows? But at the end of the day, Colby Covington's got to find a gym that he feels comfortable at and that cover his training needs and make sure that he feels comfortable in that training environment. So same as any fighter, really. You've got to find what team works with you, and you work well with them as well.
Is that the same?
You can go to the best gym in the world, right? But if you don't fit in, work with them, then it's still not going to work out, is it?
Is that the same with you? Do you feel like the Ultimate Training Center fits with you?
Yeah, the coaches, the training partner, it was their work ethic, my work ethic, everything fit together. Like I say, it was just my performance on the last fight. Against King Mo, my performance against King Mo was fantastic. I was well impressed about like how the level that I went up. I just didn't perform in the that's down on me. Like that's nothing to do with the training, nothing to do with the coaching, nothing to do with anything else. My loss was my fault and my mistake.
So your next fight, it could be whoever won, and with the
I don't give a fuck who it's against. Getting destroyed, first round, knockout or submission. Right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So with the broken jaw and the lockdown and not being able to fight, is that made you want to get back in there even more and you're frustrated?
Oh my god! You ever seen a lion fucking prowling around its cage?
Yeah.
Imagine that, right? But I'm walking around in my front room, pacing backwards and forwards. My kids love it because I got so much energy and play around with them. Like, but for me, I just want to fucking fight for people.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the end of the interview. I think that's all the questions I've got for you. So thank you very much, Liam McGeary, for answering my questions.
Nice one.
Hopefully we speak to you in the near future.
No problem, man.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy.
Take it easy.
Trying to protect your soul. We are